Why compare the EOS M and the 5D Mark III with Magic Lantern installed? Well, a good reason is to highlight how two cameras from different tiers can achieve similar creative results thanks to the Magic Lantern modification.
The biggest differences between these two cameras are the external dimensions, weight and sensor size. Battery included, the body of the 5D Mark III weighed 950 grams, compared to the almost 300 grams of the EOS M, a significant difference of 650 grams between the two cameras. The EOS M has a Digit 5 APS-C sensor, 18 megapixel, with a size of 22.3 by 14.9 mm, while the 5D Mark III has a Digit 5 Plus full-frame sensor, 22.3 megapixels, with a size of 36 by 24 mm. The EOS M has a 3-inch display, while the 5D Mark III has a 3.2-inch display.
Regarding batteries, the 5D uses LP-E6 batteries, which last slightly longer compared to the LP-E12 batteries of the EOS M.
The 5D has an EF mount which allows us to use EF and EFS lenses, and we can also adapt FD, M42, T2, Olympus OM, Nikon, Pentax K, Contax Yashica and Leica R lenses. On the other hand, the EOS M with its EF mount offers more possibilities because, in addition to all the lenses mentioned for the 5D, we can also use very affordable EFM lenses. As well, we can adapt Minolta L39, Pentacom 6, L Bayonet, Leica M, C mount, D mount and Kiev Contax lenses, among others.
For my test, I used the same glass, same focal length and same camera position. Same exposure, shutter speed and color temperature. So let's see a comparison between the 3x3 modes, 16:9 and 3:2.
In terms of color, the two cameras are quite similar. I don't see any major differences. As for the sharpness, the strange thing is that even though the Canon EOS M has a slightly lower resolution, it appears sharper compared to the 5D, even though the EOS M, when we look closely, produces moire and certain artifacts. Aliasing and moire are very noticeable in the EOS M, while in the 5D Mark III they are barely noticeable or non-existent. As far as dynamic range is concerned, the two cameras are quite similar. In both clips, before the white background clipped in both cameras, I was able to expose 3 1/3 stops more compared to the subject face. I conducted a test to evaluate the performance of both cameras in terms of video noise by shooting at ISO 800 and ISO 1600. And how we can see, the Canon 5D Mark III generates less noise. I took advantage of the outdoor shot while comparing both cameras in different modes to test some equipment from Shimbor, which they kindly sent me with no string attached. They are not sponsoring the video and I'm not being paid for it. The new Shimbor TP Max, which compared to the previous model, the TP Mini, has better stability and a wider range of approximately 300 meters and, in my opinion, a more discrete color. And the 5.5-inch M5 external monitor with a brightness of 1200 nits. Its brightness is perfect for outdoor shots. It offers many useful functions when filming, like fast color, focus peaking, waveform, or the ability to add your personal loot. Since I really like how the gear works well with both EOS M and 5D cameras, for its affordable price and the support it provides when you are a solo filmmaker, I wanted to showcase it in this video. Returning to our comparison, as far as iframe rates are concerned, with the EOS M we are generally forced to film in 10-bit, and the images sometimes show artifacts and strong aliasing, whereas with the 5D we can film in stable 14-bit without major issues of aliasing or artifacts. In 3x3 mode, on both cameras, the rolling shutter is more than acceptable and manageable when filming handheld, without major issues of wobbly images or yellow effect. For the 1x3 mode, I wanted to test the maximum possible resolutions on both cameras. 5.2K for the EOS M and 5.7K for the 5D Mark III. In this mode we don't have aliasing issues. However, on both cameras we do have several rolling shutter problems that cause wobbly images when shooting handheld.
For the 1x1 mode, I tested the 3K resolution for the EOS M and the 3.5K resolution for the 5D Mark III. And as you'll see, there are no aliasing issues, while the rolling shutter is very noticeable when filming handheld. To recap, let's break down the pros and cons of each camera. So, as far as I am concerned, when I want to film in high resolutions like a 1x3 or 1x1, or when I want to adapt lenses like C mode or D mode where I need a bigger crop factor, I use the Canon EOS M. However, if I want to shoot in low light conditions to take advantage of the full frame sensor, or if I want to shoot in slow motion or use anamorphic lenses, I prefer to use the 5D Mark III. If you find the content of this video interesting and useful, help me to create more content like this by subscribing to the channel and leaving a comment. Thanks for watching, see you soon.